students. Today my topic is preposition. So what is preposition? A preposition shows the relationship between a person or a thing denoted by the noun and someone or something else in the sentence. A preposition is placed before a noun in a sentence. This key preposition shows the relationship between the person or a thing, and that denotes the noun or something else in the sentence. So preposition is placed before noun in any kind of sentence. How many kinds of prepositions? Simple, compound. So I'll explain what is. These are single word prepositions such as in, at, before, above, of, with, etc. These are the single word prepositions. Now compound prepositions, these are made up of 2 or 3 words. That's called the compound. The 2-word preposition is decide on, because of, according to, desirous of, sorry for, etc. These are the 2-word preposition. Now going to 3-word prepositions. What are they? In view of, by virtue of, with reference to, for want of, etc. These are the 3-word preposition. Preposition of time and place. First, I'll explain the place. That includes on, at, above, inside, below, under, near, next to. They all are the uses of preposition of place. In preposition of time, in that includes are, in, on, at, for, since, during, while, until, etc. So these are the preposition of time. Now use of for and since. We use for and since with the present perfect to talk about an action or state continuing into the present. For refers to the duration of period of an action or state. It does not tell us what the action begins. So the example, the meeting has been going on for 4 hours now. Why we are using the for? Because that is showing the time. There was a power cut yesterday for the whole evening. Since tells us the date or time when an action or state began. Means since shows the time or action in what time it's begin. Example, she has been absent since Monday. Means she is absent since Monday. From Monday she is absent till now. The new law has been in force since 1st August 2010. And the other uses of during, while, until and by. We use during to say that an action take place for a fixed duration, like I fell asleep during the journey. And we use while to introduce any adverbial clauses. For example, she slipped and fell badly while she was climbing over the wall. Now until, we use until by to indicate that an action is completed not later than a fixed time. Example, he said he had to complete the report and had it by Friday. Now, until. We use until or till to indicate how long a situation continues. Means, example, I cannot enter into this deal with you until my father gives me permission. Preposition with form of transport. Here we use by followed by the form of transport without the article a, an, or the. Example, journey by train is more enjoyable than by bus. We had to travel to the camps by boat. When the reference is to a specific car, bike, we do not use by. As you know that, students, I have explained the topic of preposition. So again, I'm defining the definition of preposition. What is preposition? Preposition shows the relationship between person, thing that denoted the noun or someone, something else in a sentence. Preposition places before noun in a sentence. As we know, preposition is always used before a noun in any sentence. And I told the kinds of preposition, simple and compound. I told the simple compound is single word preposition, and compound word that are made of 2 or 3 words, that's called the compound preposition. So in this simple preposition, what are the words and what are they? That should be in, at, before, above, etc. That is called the single word preposition. And what are the compound word preposition? I told you compound are the made up of 2 or 3 words. So that is decide on, according to, desirous of, sorry for. That is called the 2 word compound preposition. Now, what are 3 word compound preposition? In view of, by virtue of, with reference to, that are called the 3 words compound preposition. And after that, I told you about the preposition of place and time. First, I will tell you the preposition of time. So what are they? On, it, above, beside, between, through, along, that are called the preposition of time. Now, sorry, place. Now, preposition of time, that is include in, on, at, for, that's called the preposition of time. And after, I told the uses of during, while, until, and by. So where we use during? We use during to say an action take place in a fixed duration. And where we use while? We use while to introduce the adverbial clauses. And where we use the until? We use until or till to indicate how long the situation is continuous. And what about by? Why? Where we use by? We use by to indicate that an action is completed not later than a fixed time. And after we use the for and since, we use for to refer the duration of period of an action or state, but it does not tell when the action begin. And we use the since to tell us the date or time when action or state begin. So that is the difference between since or for. That for does not tell us the action when begin, and since tell the action or state begin, the starting point. Hope that students, you all have learned the uses of prepositions and kinds of prepositions, preposition of directions, preposition of time, preposition of place, and preposition of phrases. So I would like to tell you what is prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase is a phrase that begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun. For example, I got that present from Lena. This song was on the radio. Prepositional phrase also function as a adverb and adjective. So we should be explain the preposition phrases. So now students, I have completed the explanation of topic preposition. So you have to do in your copy of its topic word, which I will be give you in the portion group. आपको ग्रुप के अंदर जो है इसका टॉपिक की जो भी एक्सरसाइज है वो ग्रुप के अंदर सेंड कर दी जाएंगी, और उम्मीद है कि आप लोग उसे अच्छी तरीके से कॉपी के अंदर काम करेंगे, और जैसे आप लोग पहले करते आए हो काम, उसी सीक्वेंस से आप वो काम करते रहोगे। उम्मीद है कि आप लोग अपनी राइटिंग भी अच्छी कर रहे होंगे, कि जिस सीक्वेंस के अंदर मैंने और जिस पैटर्न से मैंने आप लोग को काम करना सिखाया है इंग्लिश बी का, हो कि आप उसी तरीके से करोगे। सबसे पहले आप लोग को क्या करना है, पहले मंथ ऑफ टाइटल पेज बनाना है कि टाइटल पेज ऑफ द मंथ, देन उसके बाद टाइटल पेज ऑफ द टॉपिक आपको बनाना है, ठीक है। उसके बाद आपको जो है अपना काम सही तरीके से, पूरे अच्छे तरीके से, राइटिंग साफ और क्लियरली वर्ड्स जो है इनहेंस हों, उस तरीके से आपको ये काम करना होगा। और अगर इसके अलावा अगर आप लोगों को मुझसे कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए या कोई चीज़ आपको समझ में नहीं आई है, तो वो आप लोग मुझसे ग्रुप के अंदर पूछ सकते हैं। मेरा जो टाइमिंग ग्रुप ऑन का वो है 5 to 7। तो इस ड्यूरेशन के अंदर आप लोग 5 to 7 के अंदर आप लोग कुछ भी मुझसे सवालात कर सकते हैं रिगार्डिंग टू योर टॉपिक। इस टॉपिक को लेकर आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो, आप पूछ सकते हो, ठीक है। अगर कोई भी कंफ्यूजन है आप वो मुझसे पूछ लीजिएगा 5 to 7 के अंदर। आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू इन द ग्रुप, और इसका काम जो है वो करने के बाद आप मुझे उसकी पिक ग्रुप के अंदर सेंड कर दीजिएगा, और सेंड करने के बाद इंशाल्लाह जब भी स्कूल ओपन होंगे आप लोगों के, आप लोग जब आएंगे तो आपके वर्क को जो है अप्रिशिएट किया जाएगा, और अदरवाइज ग्रुप के अंदर भी अप्रिशिएट किया जाएगा। और आप लोगों को मालूम है कि मैं ग्रुप के अंदर भी आप लोगों को अप्रिशिएट करता हूँ, आप लोगों के काम को, और आप लोगों की जो काम की खूबसूरती है, राइटिंग है, इन सब को मैं नोट करता हूँ। तो उम्मीद है कि आप लोग मेरा जैसे पहले काम करते आए हैं अभी भी काम उसी सफाई सुथराई से करते आएंगे, और बिल्कुल अच्छी तरीके से प्रॉपर वे के अंदर आप मुझे अपना काम कर देंगे, मुझे शिकायत का मौका नहीं मिले। और होप कि जब आप लोग स्कूल आए तो आप लोगों का सारा काम कंप्लीट होगा इन अ प्रॉपर वे, कि मुझे किसी किस्म की कोई कंप्लेन ना हो. So till then, bye. Take care. Allah Hafiz.